So I promised you that I would continue giving you information on my journey with anxiety and depression, and right now it's pretty smooth sailing. I'll let you know more about it in just a minute. If you like these videos, please give them a thumbs up, leave comments down below, and if you want to know when we post new ones, hit that subscribe button and click that bell next to the subscribe button, and you will be notified every time we post something new. Do you want to improve your classroom management skills? Do you want to increase student engagement? How about amplifying student success? If those are things you're interested in, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Things That Work. It's been a while since I've talked to you about my depression and anxiety issues, and here's what happens. So there's two ways it can go. When I'm really down, I don't feel like making a video, so I'll do it anyway. I do have a set amount of videos that I already have queued up that I run every week, but I don't feel like making new videos. I don't feel like new ideas. I feel draggy, so nothing really happens, and I don't make a video about even the depression and anxiety cycles I go through. But then when I'm on the upside, I don't make a lot of videos about being depressed and anxious because I'm not. I don't really want to talk about it all that much because what happens if talking about it makes me that way? Well, more and more I realize that's really not one of my triggers. So hopefully I can give you more and more of the upside videos rather than thinking, oh man, I should film myself going. I enjoy what I do as a teacher. And there has to be balance. That's one of the things I've been working on this year. I have stopped getting here as early as I used to. I was in this seat, in this classroom, working by 5 o'clock in the morning. Guess what? 5:30 now. That's right. I'm sleeping in. No, seriously. That extra 30 minutes makes a huge difference. I simply am a little more awake, a little more adjusted. I'm not feeling the same burdens. I'm also, I think, finally out from under the recovery or whatever it was that I was having to go through from some issues that occurred last year. As far as, last year, one of the things I said repeatedly was I found myself more frustrated with colleagues than I did with students. And that happens sometimes. And for me, that was a very depressing thing because that had not happened to me before. So it kind of threw me off my game. I think I'm over all of that now. I do have some crisis going on in my life at this time, but it's not overshadowing anything. It's just something that's there and has to be dealt with. That is where I am right now. That doesn't say that tomorrow I won't start that cycle. I mean, if you suffer from the same things I do, these cycles happen without a lot of prediction sometimes. Sometimes you feel them coming on, sometimes you don't. Some days are better than others. One of the things I like to say to people when they come to me in the day and say, hey, how's it going, Mr. George? I like to say, well, it's been better, it's been worse, and that usually gets them to laugh, but it's always true. It's been better, it's been worse. And the fact is, even when a student comes and says, Mr. George, this was the worst day of my life, one of my favorite things to do is to look at them and say, so far. Usually they'll grin, usually they'll smile a little bit, even if it really is the worst day they've had in their life so far. As I continue to focus on the positive things, one of the things you can't do is neglect those things that have a negative connotation, I guess. I don't know, discipline issues, grade changes, parent calls, those things that sometimes kind of make you feel like, I don't like. You can't neglect those things and let them pile up. If you let those things pile up, I know from my own experience, if I let those things pile up, I feel even worse. So I stay on top of those things. I still use my early time here to maybe make a video or two like this, but most importantly, my time in the morning like this is used to take care of those things that I don't like to do. Obviously, I don't make parent calls at 5:30 in the morning. However, things like answering email, things like running through my lessons for the week, all that type of thing I can do during this time. I can also get the desks ready for class and ready for the students when they arrive to class. And that saves a lot of time for students' preparation as well and allows me to jump straight into instruction. That's where I am right now in the whole depression thing. I enjoy learning with you, I enjoy teaching with you, and together we can take over the world.